Hypixel Skyblock, a very unique game mode that I'm going to be spending 100 days in. But I'm not just going to be spending 100 days in Hypixel Skyblock. I'm going to be spending 100 days in Hypixel Skyblock Iron mode. This game makes the game way more challenging because there are no bazaar, no player pickups, no trading, and no auction house. My goal for the series is to get full Necron armor, fully enchanted, and fully up potato book. This is going to be really difficult because I cannot age flip or bazaar flip to get the money to buy it, nor is there an age to buy it from. So I have to get all of these drops legitimate from dungeons. If you happen to at any point enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Watch the whole video, it really helps me with the algorithm. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. Also, Hypixel Skyblock is a really grindy game, so I could only fit 50 days in this first video, so if you really enjoyed this, I will release the second part. Also, each day in Hypixel Skyblock is different from the days in regular Minecraft, so I'm going to categorize each day as 10 minutes. So yeah, let's get right into it. So yeah, this is Ironman. Day 1, what I thought I would do was just follow the steps, mine the tree and go to hub. Pretty simple, not hard. When I arrived at hub, I had a few ideas of what I want to do. Mainly, the first thing I want to do is farm, because farming is how you get started in Skyblock. As you can see, I couldn't use the bazaar or anything. It's basically hardcore mode. I was going for carrots and then I realized wheat was the best for now, so I went straight to wheat. I wanted to get my farming level up because that's how you get more health and I can make money at the same time. So I farmed for one to 2 days just to make some money and just to get enough to get armor so I could progress. I eventually gained access to the farming armor, but it was kind of useless to me, so I just progressed and went on. It is said that I had participated in a wheat contest that was going on, so I thought I would get some stuff from it, but sadly I didn't because I wasn't enough farming level, so that's pretty sad, but it's all good. I just continued to progress and yeah. I sold some of the wheat I made and stuff to gain my first few bucks so I can buy new armor. I bought an undead sword because I know I will be fighting a lot of undead mobs at the beginning of my run. So I bought it and then I went to look at the armor. Had some decent armor but I didn't have enough money, so I had to go right back to farming. Finally, I could afford my full set. This took way longer than expected. Then I went straight to try to reforge my armor. If you don't know, reforge add extra enchantments, not really enchantments, but add extra stats that give you more damage, health, intelligence, and yeah, it's just really good to do at the start. So I went straight to mining so I can get those on my armor pieces. Mining took longer than expected. It was pretty slow and it was just annoying, but I grew to it and I just really liked to mine, and it was weird because I never mined in regular Skyblock, so when I started mining, I just couldn't stop. I mined for a while, and you'll see. So after about 20 minutes or so of mining, I finally could afford to put a reforge on my piece. The first reforge costs about 10 coal, so it's basically free, and the rest costs the rarity of the item. So for this case, it cost me about 500 coins for each, and you'll see. So after I sold some of the stuff I mined, I went straight back to reforging my stuff. I wanted to try to get any reforge on any single piece because any reforge would work so well and it would help you so much. So I initially wanted to go for fast, but I took any reforge I could get at that point. I also wanted to go to magma boss, but the magma boss counter and the dark auction was glitched. Didn't work. When I went, just didn't work. It just kept going to 0 to 1 hour, so I just threw that out the window and I went to the gold mine. As soon as I got to the gold mine, I went straight to mining, like no joke. Because I just don't know why mining is such good money for an Ironman profile when you just start. And I just really enjoyed the sound that it made, and I just really enjoyed it overall. So I went straight to mining, and I mined for a few days. The good thing was I was gaining a lot of mining levels while making money, so that's why I just kept going. I didn't want to stop at all. Just kept mining and just kept going. After my mining session, I went straight to deep caverns, and for some reason, I hate the Gunpowder Mines because I played survival a lot, and the creepers behind you, they just come behind you and make the noise that the creeper makes, and it really startles you, and it pisses me off so much. I hated staying there, but for some reason I just kept mining here, and yeah. So now I had a new objective. I wanted to get full lapis armor. Now, this is a really good armor for starter sets, but on Iron Man, this is such a pain to get. Now, I knew this was going to take me so many days to get a full set, but it was good combat XP, it was good everything, so I just went straight to go for it. And I really regret doing that because you'll see later. I finally got a piece. This took so long. I was leveling up combat, but it took so long for me to get a piece that it made me drive crazy. And then after that, I couldn't get a piece from then on for a few days. So after that, I just got off for a bit to refresh my mind. And yeah, it was so stressful. So, day 15. The reason we're at day 15 is because I spent over an hour grinding for the lapis armor, but I got no return. So what I did was I sold the stuff I got, and I went to put the first reforge for more damage so I can kill the zombies more quickly. And then I just went back to mining, because mining is such easy money, it makes no sense to stop. So I mined for a few days, and yeah. I had a new main goal from now. What I wanted to do was get all the way to the bottom of the mine so that I can use the easy access to just go down and up whenever I wanted. When I got to the bottom, I made some new friends that protected me for some reason. I mean, I think he was just protecting his other friend, but I just got in the mix, and I just stayed with them for a bit, and I just wanted to explore. The reason was I couldn't find the access to the deeper mines, and it was so annoying. I spent like 20 minutes just trying to run it around, killing the zombies, just trying to find the access, and it was really annoying at that point. For a while, I gave up on finding the deeper mines, so what I did, I just started to kill these zombies so I can get full lapis armor. Because I realized when I was down there, I couldn't survive at all, so lapis armor was my main goal, and this still took so long. My luck was so terrible, I spent a few days grinding and I got nothing. So what I did was I went back down there to try to get to the deeper mines again, and just unlock some collections overall so I can get the minions down on my island. That was my thought process at the time. And since again I couldn't find the access to the deeper mines, I just started grinding these. I realized I kept dying and I lost so much money and I couldn't survive, so I went back to grinding lapis. But before I went to grind the lapis zombies and the diamond reserve zombies, I went to sell my stuff and I was trying to put enchants on my armor. But I remember he sold a sword, but it wasn't that good, so I just left it. My zombie sword was better. So what I did was I went to put enchants on my armor, but these were so expensive and I was gaining like no XP. So what I did was just put protection on my armor and then I called it a day. So I had to go AFK for about 2 hours, so what I did was I started spawn and sometimes people would drop stuff and the AFK guys would pick it up. But when I came back I realized that I'm on Iron Man and I can't pick anything up. So that was just a waste of recording and I don't know why I did it. When I got back, I attempted to kill these guys because I wanted combat XP to do more damage so I could one-shot the Lapis zombies. But this just wasn't working out. And I just kept dying and losing money. And this situation right here, I didn't die and I was surprised that I got out, and you'll see how. So now I thought to myself, what's the best way to get combat XP? So what I did was I attempted to do some Rev 1s, which I could do, surprisingly. And yeah, I just farmed Rev 1s for a bit, try to get my Rev up to at least 2. And yeah, that was my thought process, get more combat XP, do more damage. And yeah, I did a few revs and this is how it went. So as you can see, I can pretty much solo Rev 1. So what I did, I grinded revs till I can get at least Rev 2. And then I went AFK for another 4 days. Yeah, I went AFK a lot. because I was tired. So what I did was I went back to the Lapis mines to regrind revs and Lapis armor. Because I realized once I get Lapis armor, it would be so good, but I knew it was going to take so long. It's just going to take half of the series. So yeah. And I finally got a Lapis helmet. This took about 3 days, and it takes so long because I only have 1% magic find. And then a day wasted for a Lapis crystal. Yep, my luck. And another 4 days gone for a Lapis chestplate, which took about 40 to 50 minutes. Like, no joke, 4 days just for Lapis chestplate. Even though I was AFK for like 2 days, it doesn't matter. It took so long just for me to get that. Now this is interesting. This guy tried to give me a Lapis chestplate, but I was already set. I already had one, so I gave it back respectfully and told him. Then finally, after 1 day, which didn't take too long, we got the Lapis Boots. So that's really good. And what was on my mind now was to go and get growth on this and to level up my forging, because forging equals strength, plus it unlocks the growth enchant, which gives me more health. But right before I went to forge, I went and reforged my armor to ferrous because I had enough money, and ferrous gives strength, crit damage, and I'm pretty sure crit chance, so it's going to be really good for what I wanted to do, which is get combat 12 and go to the end. So I bought an efficient axe and then I went to go forge. Now I forged for a bit in the hub island so I can unlock the park and so I can forge the dark oak that gives you the growth enchant. So at this point I'm pretty sure this guy was trying to flex on me with his axe, which is pretty funny. He kept following me around and breaking my stuff, so I was like, okay. So I just ran away from him, and yeah, it's pretty funny to be honest. So when I reached the dark oak place, I started to mine dark oak, but I realized the collection for growth books are 12k. So I just went and forged and got my forging up for strength. So finally I hit a decent forging level, so I think it was time to go to deep caverns. But first I wanted to sell my stuff so that I can buy more stuff that would help me. So I arrived at the deep caverns, and my main goal was to get to the obsidian sanctuary and to get combat 11 so that I can visit the end. And the end was my main goal in this, and guys, it took so unbelievably long for me to get enough XP. Like I can't even make a montage because it was just hours of me killing and dying to these things, and it was so frustrating to the point and it was actually funny. So this is the next day. I logged off and came back another day because it was so tiring just grinding, and it takes so much XP. It took days upon days. I think like 5 days just to go up one combat level because these things give no XP. I had to get 7,500 combat XP, and it took so long. And jeez, after a while, a miracle, I finally done it, and it was just so crazy long. My goal that I wanted to reach for the first 50 days, I didn't even think I completed because it went over the time. But we did it, and it was time to travel to the end. A little side note, we actually made a ton of money from grinding the whole thing in the deep caverns. We made like over 15k, and that was just because the miner armor sells for 3k each. So what I did, I put it in my e-chest to not sell it, because if I sell it and I die, I lose all of those coins. But it was time to go to the end. We've arrived to the end portal, and this took me so long, and I was so proud of myself for doing this. And now, the end. We've done it. So this is the first part of the series. If you guys really enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if this video does well, I will continue the series. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and let me know how you're progressing when. And I really hope that you enjoyed this because this took me so long to make. I worked days on this. So I hope to see you in my next video, guys. Peace.